Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Susan Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Minnesota. And today for Fast or Frugal Friday, we are going to talk a little about card layouts, card design, I guess that's the word I was thinking of. So today I am using some, you know where to find me. I'm North Star Stamper consistently across the internet, and my Stampin' Up! Store too. So you've seen me use these mix and match ephemera packs to make fast cards, because you don't have to color, you don't have to die cut, you just punch them out and use them on your projects. A couple of weeks ago, I realized that when I have extra stamped, colored, and die cut pieces, they're very much like our mix and match ephemera. But this happens to be a peony stamp that I absolutely love. So I obviously created an extra one sometime when I was making probably a card. This is very much like our ephemera packs. So if you have extra pieces like this, and here's some die cuts. So doesn't that look like a celery leaf? Anyway, and there's another flower that I cut and made an extra. I just got carried away when I was stamping. So that was all like pictures and images and a little, those words actually go in this one. And then these are all shapes. A lot of times you see me put extra die cut pieces in envelopes with my dies. These didn't make it into the dies for whatever reason. Some of them are punches and some are just empty packs. And this was my box of sentiments and pieces, just background pieces, from the mix and match. That's actually a die cut. I can't remember where it goes and if it's even current, but it's there ready for a card. So these two boxes, I'm starting to separate. I have a big basket full of these kinds of things because it's, you know, it's been 27 years that I've been creating. Not everything's quite that old, but so I'm starting to separate my I have a friend that calls them her bits and pieces. And I know someone else who has keeps her the dies with words on it, her sentiment word die cuts. Oh goodness, come on, words. Her word die cuts in a mug, and she calls it her magic mug. Take a quick sip there. So those are the kinds of things I'm working with today. So these cards are going to be quick. I thought we'd talk a little bit about design. So I was planning on talking about the power of three, how putting things in threes on your card, or project, whatever mostly cards. I make mostly cards, you know that. Makes a big difference. So here I have a piece of Azure Afternoon, and hopefully you can see that I embossed it with the Sunrise Sailing embossing folder. I got just the bottom of the embossing folder, so I only have the water, not the clouds and the sailboat, because I'm using these sailboats from my Mix and Match ephemera pack. So we're going to say this one's, it's a race, and that guy's in the front. And there's nothing wrong with that card. I did stamp the birds from the Sunrise Sailing stamp set. And I'll just show you the pieces. I have the smallest banner here. I have stamped Hello Summer. I don't know if they're both going on the card. And Hello came from the Beautiful Motifs stamp set. And my Summer, where is it? Right there. Came from the Choose Happy stamp set. I needed very little words to fit on this tiny little banner. I wanted to put the Ahoy from the Sunrise Sailing, but it was too big for these banners. So I had to look for another stamp set. So there's nothing wrong with this card. Isn't that cute? Hello, Summer. With the two sailboats, let me look at it. But I think adding this third element just makes it more complete. I'm going to watch my video here. I really think that's true. Oh, here, let me move my light a little bit and see if I can get rid of that glare. I just think it makes a big difference having those threes, even though the you know, the elements aren't the same. I have way too much glue. So you are going to see me make a couple cards today. I don't always do that in my Friday videos. So we're going to put him back here. And we're going to pop this one up with dimensionals. So I was going to talk about how things in threes mimic nature. But then I looked out my window and I realized the tree out my window is only two colors. It was only brown and green. The flowers in my flower bed out front are just green and yellow. They're a lily of some sort, I think. So that did not fit my power of three. And then I was watching a video by Stampin' Up earlier today, and they were casing another crafter, and the original card had two pairs on it. And so people were putting two of things on their cards. So I'm not sure where the power of three or the idea that three things are more natural in nature came from, but anyway, I think it works. So we're gonna go hello summer. A little crooked. There we are. So I was thinking that those three, 1, 2, 3, and it just made the card feel complete. So I don't know, maybe I'm full of baloney, I don't know. Do you ever see a card, well, even one that you made, and when you think you're done with it and then you give it to somebody? For me, it's when I take a picture of something. That's when I realize that, oh, that card wasn't done, or that card needed this, or that card needed that. So even if I just look at it through your lens, like pretend you're going to take a picture of your card and see if you think there's something more that needs to be done. Maybe it's a piece of ribbon, or, a twine bow, or an embellishment or something. So I have some more elements here. And again, I was thinking, I'll just talk you through my thought process. So this is Bubble Bath, and I love these birthday cake kinds of things, but it just got to be too much using three. So I think we're only going to use one, and I'm thinking this cake, and then using the colors from that, I think it'll all tie together in the end. Where did I get the idea for the circles? I thought it was from one of these. Maybe the circles in the wheel prompted me to die cut a piece of white with the sorry, I don't know the name of the embossing folder off the top of my head. You can look for it online. We don't have too many embossing folders these days. The other thing I want to talk about are layers. Oh, I should have shown you that with just before I made this card. I should have shown you what it would look like with just Azure Afternoon and not the Azure Afternoon on the white. So we'll do that with this one. So let's say we're going to use this, and I like to add layers, so I think it needs a white layer behind our cake. And I have stamps, ink, but I think I forgot stamps. Let's do, we'll just choose happy again. And there is a happy that is a script, and then birthday, if I can find it, there we go. These are little stamps, so I use little blocks. There's that one. And that one. So if I were to do that, and I was thinking of adding some pink ribbon. I think this is pretty in pink ribbon, but it goes nice with the bubble bath. So if I could do that and then just stamp happy birthday on there. Or do we need, I have some, these are from my boxes of ephemera. Is that too much pink? Or do we want to pull in a little bit of blue? So you can just mix and match like the like it says. I also have berries that we could put. I had a strawberry. Where'd it go? That would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? And then maybe put more ribbon through there. I don't like leaving holes on tags empty, but I only have this handy. Oh no, I have some white. Anyway, so I'm going to keep going. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it looks great. I can see it on my computer. But look at the difference if we add just one layer of white cardstock behind it. This will give me the chance to adhere my pink ribbon on the back side of this white panel. I'm still going to use this white circle. I think it goes this way with this. And see how it just ties it together. Maybe we'll put 2 strips of white on there. Let me look. Yep, and I think if we do happy birthday on here, I think we'll be good. I'm going to see which way this goes. This is the front. And I have Petunia Pop. I think those stripes in the cake are Petunia Pop. So that's how I chose this. So we're going to do this. So in this case, I thought 3 was just too much. So cut back to 1. Nothing wrong with that. And we'll do birthday over here. So there's our happy birthday. I'm going to add this layer. So here is a frugal tip for you. Use just a little more than you need. And adhere it behind with glue dots. So I'm going to put glue dots on the ends of my ribbon. So there's a glue dot there. I'm going to press my ribbon into it. Use my thumb to push that up. Now the glue dot's on the back of my ribbon. I'm going to put that there. And pull that back. So glue dots are keeping it adhered. This I think I will lay flat. So when I have embossed pieces and ribbon, so I can put some adhesive right on the ribbon. I want to make sure this is going to stick, so I'm going to put adhesive right where there is no embossing. Again, this is bubble bath paper, cardstock. And this piece is probably 5 by 3 3/4. It reveals a little more of that bubble bath. There's that. I think we'll pop that up with dimensionals and put that right there. Cute. Very, very cute. Dimensionals. I know I have some. I don't want to put it on top of the ribbon though, so I'm going to put a dimensional there. Dimensional there, and a dimensional on this side. And now I know I can put dimensionals here and it won't be in the way of those. So I'm going to put my hand here and flip it over. So I know where they can go. 1, 2, 3. The other thing it has taken me many, many years to learn is to leave white space. Here it literally is white space. I do have it embossed though. I tend to want to put everything on every card and just fill it all up. And I've learned I have much nicer cards when I don't do that. I am just going to put this on flat. So a little bit of, we call it green glue because it has a green cap. It is Tombow liquid glue. This might need some embellishments, but I don't think I have any on my table right now. But you get the idea. Yeah, I don't. The only thing I have white ribbon and I have twine. But I don't think either one of those will go. I think just a couple. Does it need embellishments? Oh, the cake's crooked. You were probably yelling at me. Sue, your cake is crooked. And it is already stuck. It is not moving. I think some embellishments right on the circle will help it in the end. And I'm not going to go across the room to get those. So there's some ideas. Leaving white space, using the, I'll call it the power of 3. And then embossing, adding layers, and then adding just some interest with embossing. So there you go. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a great day. Have a good weekend, and I'll be back next week. Bye. Oh, and if you're shopping for Stampin' Up! Products, there is my address to shop. Thanks.